Hi, thank you for watching my next tutorial. Welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to make a gingerbread man. It's still Christmas time and he's so cute. So the supplies you're going to need are going to be scissors, your hot glue gun, and your source of fire, a lighter to heat seal the edges. And then what you're going to need to make the gingerbread man is going to be 3/8 inch grosgrain ribbon in a gingerbread man color. You're going to need 2 pieces that are 4 inches long, and these are your legs. Then you're going to need 2 pieces that are 2 inches long. These are the arms. And then for the head, you need 1 piece that is 3 inches and 1 piece that is 2.5 inches long. And then for decorative, you're going to need some white rickrack. You're going to need a little bow, and if you don't know how to make this bow, it's the most simple thing. You just take a little 3/4 inch long piece of 3/8 inch grosgrain ribbon, and you just tie a string straight around the middle of it. Sometimes it helps to secure it inside of an alligator clip when it's straight, and tie the ribbon like that. The string, I mean. But that's how you make that simple little bow. And then if you want to give him eyes, you're going to need a pair of Google eyes. And then for decorative, you're going to need a pair of red jewels. There's little plastic jewels. I get these in the scrapbooking aisle, and they come on sheets of 100, I believe. So let's get started. So we're going to start with the legs. So you're going to take a 4-inch piece of ribbon, and you're going to fold it in half and make a crease. This is just going to be for visual. So you make a crease so that you can see it. Now you're going to take the side of it and fold it at that crease right there. And you can crease it again so you can see it, but we're going to glue it down. Just a little drop of glue right there. And glue that down. And you need to heat seal all these ribbons. I've already done it. If you don't know how, you just take your lighter, make sure it's light, and run it along the edge. And that just keeps it from fraying. So anyway, back to there. We folded that down like that. Now you want to take the other side and fold it, but you want it to be up here where the 2 corners meet. So it's helpful to glue that first. That way you can just smooth it back and make sure everything is straight. So you just take this and fold it up here and make those 2 corners meet. Like that. Put a little bit of glue right here. Don't burn yourself with the glue if it oozes out if you put too much. So now you want to secure it down here. Just make sure it folds flat. And put a little bit of glue down in there to secure it down. You can glue the bottom end first if you want, and then glue the top up here, but I like to make sure it all comes out folded flat and even. So there's one leg. Now you do that again. only this time you're going to make the folds opposite. So it's going to be the same fold, only you see how this side folded up and over right there. Well, this time you want this side to be on top. So you're going to fold this side first. Make that little crease so you can see it. You don't have to do the opposite thing, it just makes him look a little more symmetrical when his legs are both going the opposite directions. I don't know if you can see that. The crease on this leg. So now that's folded up there. You fold this side up. Now, see how that's opposite? Once again, glue at the top. And then flatten it down to where it's going to be flat. Stick some glue in there. And now you've got those two legs finished. So we're going to put those aside for now and do the arms. Get the glue strings off of me. Those things stick to my fingernails. And my fingernails are real. I can only imagine how they would stick to fake nails, acrylics. So you do the same thing with the arms. Fold it in half. One side down. And I just put that little crease in there so when I grab my glue gun and it pops back open there, the ribbon does, I can see where it's supposed to go. You can put the glue on there and then eyeball it, feel free. And then you take the other side up to the corner. Yep. I think I may have told you all the wrong size on the arms. Uh-oh. Okay. Why were my notes wrong? Uh-oh. That's 1.5. So it's 3 inches for the arms. Oops. I will be back as soon as I fix this problem. Okay, I'm back and I figured out what the problem was. The arms are supposed to be 2.5 inches, not 2 inches. You need a 2.5 inch piece of ribbon. So now I'm going to have to add annotations and overlay messages in my video at the first. So hopefully by the time you get to this point you already see on the video that you had to have 2.5 inches. So once again, let's take the 2.5 inch piece, fold it in half, and then fold the corner down. And I already did one just to make sure, because you didn't want to watch me do the second one anyway, just to make sure. So I've made that crease going that way. So now I'm going to do the opposite on this one. So first I'm going to glue this side. Ow, ow, that's hot. And take this side, fold it up that way so it's going the opposite. Put some glue in that corner. And then put some glue down in that corner. And fold it down. Now, I straightened out the arm situation. I forgot to heat seal. Oh, he burned his arm. Oh, well, he can be a burnt cookie. That's going to be hidden, so it's not a big deal. Alright, so now we got his legs and his arms. Let's work on his head, and hopefully I've got all the measurements right. So, you start with the large piece, and what you're going to want to do is fold it like that, like you're going awareness style. But instead of making tails on it, you're going to glue those ends evenly together right there. Like that. So, there's what it looks like from the back. If you want to fold upward, you fold it up and put those ends together like that. So it's going to be the top of this one lining up with the side of that one. So get that on there. Some glue in there. It's oozing out too much. And glue that down. And actually this side is going to be his head. So do that with that piece, which is your 3-inch piece, and then do it with your 2.5-inch piece. The glue off of me. So again, you just fold it awareness style, but instead of down like that, you just line up the edges. Like that. Glue that down like that. So you've got that. Now you're going to want to take this small piece and put it inside the larger piece and just line up the points. You just glue the points together right there. Put a little glue in there. And then that's his head. If you want to flatten it down to where he's got more of a square head like I did, which you probably will, you just gotta put some glue inside there and flatten it down. straight. Maybe it would have been easier without putting the small one in there first. But anyway, now that I creased it, I made some little creases there where I can see. I'm going to put a little dot of glue inside right there on that small one. A little dot of glue on that small one. Let's fold that one out of the way for now. And just push it down in those corners. Okay, now that one's done. You can fold it up out of the way, and then you've got your creases on this one. Just put a little bit of glue in that corner. And it doesn't take much to glue the points down. The little folds. Just enough to make it sticky. And glue that side down. And pinch that side down. Now then put that one back inside. And there's the flattened out head. Like that. Get all the glue off of it. Okay. So, now we've got his head made. And see, on mine, the inner one came out further. It wasn't supposed to do that. That was just messed up. But it doesn't matter if you mess up on these, because you're more than likely making them for children, and children are just going to love the fact that she has a gingerbread man in her hair. But this is more or less what it's supposed to look like. It still looks so cute though. So yeah, as long as you do all your little decorations and everything, you're going to have a blast making these. I'm just a absolute perfectionist. And you know what's really sad is that I don't have any children in my life that I can give these to. I know one couple that has a child. I need to get their address so I can mail some to her, because they're some of my good friends. Okay. Let's see. Where am I? Okay. I've got the head, the arms, and the legs made. And basically that's all that he is. So, now we're going to decorate him with some rickrack. So, to do the rickrack and to make it even, you're going to want to always have an upward, either rick or rack. I don't know which one's it called. Are the uppers called rick and the lower one's called rack? Something to think about. You always want them to be up. So, just trim it off past one. And don't try to measure it out or anything like that. Just stick it on there and then trim it after we stick it. So just put some glue on that upper part right there. Stick it on there with that centered wherever you want it. And then trim off the edges. Now if you're using a cotton rickrack, a rickrack that doesn't have any meltable fibers in it, you can use fray check to keep it from fraying. If you're using a rickrack that's got some meltable materials in it, just give it a little heat seal. But fray check works well too. You just want to not keep it from fraying right there. Okay, now let's do the second one. So, I want the upper rick or rack, whichever one he's called. Put a little glue on it. Stick it on there in roughly the same place. And then trim it even. I need some more juice in that thing. Okay, do the same thing with the arms. Flipped over there because there's glue strings everywhere, all over my scissors. Those things are a menace. What really makes me mad is when they get stuck to my project and then when I move my hand and it yanks the whole thing and it all goes on the floor. A little glue right there. I just love Christmas, don't y'all? Trying to get into the holiday spirit with all this warm weather we're having around here. I'm in Texas, by the way, the Dallas area, and we were wearing shorts today on December the 2nd. Last one. Just put a little on there. And your arms are done. So now let's assemble him. So take your two legs and just glue them like that, like he's standing there with his legs apart. You wouldn't want to glue him like this or like this. Just judge however far you think he should be, his stance should be. And glue his legs together. Now we're going to glue his head on. So this is going to serve actually his legs and body. So just glue the very tip of his chin onto his legs right there. Just a little bit. Right there. Okay. And then take his arms and stick them in at little angles. Like that. Ah, see what I mean? It went in the floor. Glue string stuck and away it went. And once again, just get the little angle to where it looks like he's standing there. There's the one I burnt. Let's put it down here. And he's starting to take shape. Double sure he's glued on right there. Okay, now let's take the bow. Ah, it ran away. And glue it right there where we just met all those points. If you're making a girl, you could glue it here, but I'm making a gingerbread man. Put that right there, and then the jewels are going to be his buttons. Pesky, pesky little strings. So I'm going to take my tweezers so I can hang on to it. These have sticky, but it's not enough to suit me. If a child's going to be wearing it, I want it to be secure. Stick one right up close. And then put the next one right underneath it. So, right here is where a lot of people like to leave the gingerbread man, because there's this trend of faceless beings going around. But I like to give my little guy some personality. So, I'm going to continue on. Give him some eyes and a mouth. Now to do the mouth, okay, back to the gingerbread man. I had to splice this in because I got everything made again on this tutorial and discovered that it had stopped running because I have a new camera that only goes for 20 minutes at a time to avoid it overheating, which is a really good feature. But anyway, I was trying to show y'all how to put on the mouth. So I just took the rickrack and cut a piece off in the shape of a mouth. Make sure and heat seal or fray check the sides so it doesn't fall apart on you while you're working. And this is kind of wide, so I'm just going to cut it down to where it's a smaller. A smaller smile. And use the tweezers to hold it this time so I don't burn my fingers. Okay, now that looks like a smile. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on it. and stick it right there. Okay. And now the final touch is the eyes. And there's your finished gingerbread man. So you just take now and put him on a pin if you're going to give it to a little boy. Put it on a partially lined hair clip if you're going to give it to a little girl. Or it could be a pin for a little girl. You just don't want a hair clip for a little boy, I don't think. But that's it. And if you want to make a little nose like I did on this one, just take a fine point Sharpie and just make a little dot on it, or not. Actually, I think I like it better without. But thank you for watching, and please subscribe, and I'll be making another tutorial. Y'all have a great day.